Extinction Rebellion are trying to get themselves into the news again. And if you don't recall who they are, they're a worldwide group, part of which recently brought London to a standstill. And to their credit, after their protest, the British government declared a climate change emergency. And although I agree with a lot of what they say, I don't agree with their methods. Because the way they protested was to bring the traffic to a standstill, thus creating traffic jams and more pollution. And this doesn't surprise me, because Extinction Rebellion seems to be made up mainly of social justice warriors. And if you're not familiar with that term, let me paint you a picture. In the town or city where you live, imagine a new library has opened. It is state of the art. It has something for everyone. But due to an oversight, it has steps but no wheelchair access. So a social activist would contact their MP, their councillor, their local representative and point out the error. Now, a social justice warrior wouldn't do that. They'd stand outside the library shouting fascist at everyone that tried to walk up the steps. They are amazing narcissists. And for Extinction Rebellion's latest protest, they're saying they are going to bring Heathrow Airport to a standstill by flying drones into its airspace. Now, that will work. We've seen recently, I think it was Gatwick was crippled by one drone. So if this is organised, it will work. Heathrow will be crippled. But what do they fucking think is going to happen? Do they think that every airline will go, hang on, we best ground our entire fleet because a few dickheads in Guy Fawkes masks are flying children's toys around Heathrow? No, every fucking plane will be diverted. And they'll be diverted to Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool. So essentially all these planes will be in the air for longer, thus burning more jet fuel. And when they get to the airport, they won't be able to land because they'll have to be factored in by air traffic control, and that will have a knock-on effect to every fucking flight, thus creating even more pollution. And when the planes finally land, all those people are going to have to get to London on buses. And for a large aircraft like a 747, that could be 6, 7, maybe even 10 buses for every fucking plane going towards London, creating traffic jams and more pollution. It seems to be their signature fucking move. We're against global warming, but we're going to do everything in our fucking power to encourage it. And who do they think these people are who are on the planes? Maybe they think they're all evil businessmen who are off to shoot polar bears and kick baby seals to death, or drive across the African plains in V8 Range Rovers, stopping every mile or so to smash a zebra's skull in with a baseball bat. But no, most of the people are your ordinary men and women who just want to go on fucking holiday. They've worked all year for this. How impressed do you think they're going to be with your fucking antics? But don't worry, because as ever, I have formulated a plan. Now, first of all, I think organising a group of people to disrupt air travel, that's not a public order offence, that's fucking terrorism. And if it isn't classed as terrorism, Parliament need to shove it through in a hurry. Because if they're terrorists, we don't need to use the police, we'll use the army. But this doesn't mean we're going to have masses of tanks rolling down the M25. No, we need one of their Apache attack helicopters, because the Apache is an amazing gun platform. And crucially, it's not going to be shooting at the fucking drones. Because I think it would cheer people up if they've been sat in a departure lounge for about 10 hours waiting to be called because of these prats outside. They would like to hear over the tannoy, bing bong. We apologise for the delay, but if you'd like to look out of the windows to the south of the airport, the protesters are about to be strafed. I think this would work as well. We could do it as pay-per-view TV, and all of the rights could go to environmental charities, thus making the environment better. Because wouldn't you love to see some wanker stood there in his unicorn onesie, being so self-important, and just see the expression on his face before he gets fucking vaporised by the Apache's main machine gun? And this could go on for a while. The Apache flying up and down, blowing the shit out of the protesters, and after the fire brigade had hosed the blood into the gutters, the helicopter could land outside Terminal 1, where the world's press would now be waiting. The pilot could step out of the cockpit, remove his helmet, and it's Prince fucking Harry! Because he's a qualified Apache pilot. It'd be one of the Royals slotting protesters. Think of the tourist potential. We could put a green tax on landing at Heathrow. We could have a model of the helicopter and charge tourists to have their photo taken next to it. In a matter of weeks, the rivers would be so clean we could drink them, and would be knocking down houses for all the trees we're going to fucking plant. So if we want to save the environment, what we need to do is shoot some fucking environmentalists.